My name's Al, and this is the story of some very special girls who made a guy a prom king, not just for a night, but for a lifetime. I taught high school shop for 37 years. As a shop teacher, you're always asked to do things, build things and make things. And somehow I got put on a prom committee. But one year, the president of the class came to me and said, I really want to do something different and I need your help. And I said, what is that? And she said, well, there's a student that you teach that won't be going to the prom, and I want him to go to the prom. And she said, he can't afford to go, and he's too proud to accept charity. And she said, do you have any ideas? And I said, oh yeah, I've got a bunch of ideas. And I said, why don't we have a drawing, and this student will win the drawing, and that drawing will be a ticket and a ride to the prom. And so we came to him one afternoon and said, you know, we had this drawing. We had a business in town offer to give away a tux, and we were going to give away a free ticket to the prom, so we put this package together, and you won the drawing. And he said, I don't know if my grandparents will let me go. So later that afternoon I called his grandmother, and his grandmother was, she was pretty rough on him. She was pretty rough on everybody. And she said, I can't believe that. He's never won anything. And you know, I sort of paused a minute and thought to myself, well, he's still not won anything. But she said, that's great. And I said, I'll come pick him up. We'll go get him fitted for his tux. So the time came, and the class advisor, the junior class advisor, the class president, she came to me and said, I'm sorry. This is 40 years ago, still has this impact on me. She said, we're going to do one more thing. And I said, what is that? She said, we're going to elect him to be the prom king. And I said, how are you going to do that? She said, we've talked to everybody. Nobody's going to tell him. And they're going to vote for him. Of course, it's announced at the prom that night, so he doesn't know. And like I said, I had this guy as a student. I just never had an idea that these students paying this forward would have this kind of impact on me. You know, we made it a point of being outside when he pulled up in the car and telling him how great he looked. And time to announce the prom king, and they said the student's name. And at first, he didn't even hear his name. He obviously wasn't expecting anything. And several people went over and said, hey, they called your name, man, you're the prom king. And so the president of the junior class came over and asked him to dance that dance with her. And it was a great evening for him. It was a great evening for everybody who took a situation that sometimes is petty, sometimes the choice of who is this and who is that goes to the same captain of the football team or the most popular kid in class. But seldom is the kid who needs it the most. And even today, when I see him in the grocery store, he'll say, hey, Mr. Langston, do you remember that time that I was the prom king?